Hey there and welcome. Today we're going to do a little investigating right in your own home. We're going to zero in on a small, easy-to-forget device that could be secretly draining your bank account, your water meter. And it all kicks off with one simple question.
And you really want to know the answer to this, right? Because a meter that's on the fritz can mean crazy high bills, hidden leaks, and just a whole lot of headache. So how can you even tell if yours has gone rogue? Well, that's what we're here for. We're going to give you all the clues, all the tricks of the trade you need to crack the case of a potentially faulty meter. Okay, first things first, let's get to know our prime suspect. What exactly is a water meter, and what are the telltale signs that it might be, well, lying to you? Think of it like this. It's basically the odometer for your water. It is the one and only source of truth that your utility company uses to measure every single gallon that comes into your house. And when that odometer is off, you better believe your bill is going to be off too. And that brings us to clue number one. This is the big one, the one that gets everyone's attention. A sudden spike in your water bill that makes no sense at all. You know, if your daily habits are the same, no long-term house guests, you're not filling a swimming pool, but your bill suddenly goes through the roof, your meter should be suspect number one. All right, so you've got a motive, that crazy high bill. Now it's time to gather some more solid evidence by looking for other key clues. And look, the evidence isn't just about your bill. A faulty meter might actually start reporting less water use, which, sounds pretty good at first, until the utility company finds the mistake months later. Not so great. You should also watch for a meter that's still spinning when all the water is off, or a digital screen that's just blank, or maybe you've noticed your water pressure has taken a nosedive. All of these are major red flags. And hey, don't forget to inspect the scene of the crime. Go out and actually look at the meter. Do you see any water pooling around it? Any cracks in the casing? How about a lot of rust? That kind of physical damage is a dead giveaway that something inside that meter might be seriously wrong. Okay, here is a super simple but really powerful test that anyone can do. First, make sure every single tap, hose, and appliance that uses water is turned off. Got it? Good. Now, write down the number on your meter. Then just walk away for 2 hours. Don't use any water. When you come back, check that number again. If it has moved at all, you've got a leak somewhere. And that tiny leak can add up to thousands of gallons and hundreds of dollars just going right down the drain. So we've got our evidence piling up. But what's the deal? Why do these meters go bad in the first place? Let's take a look at the usual suspects. It's almost never just one single thing. The number one cause, by far, is just simple wear and tear. These things have moving parts, and they just get old. But other things can play a big role too, like if it wasn't installed correctly in the first place, or if it gets damaged by something like freezing weather. And it's kind of interesting how this problem has changed with technology. The old-school mechanical meters, their gears would just wear out over time. Then came the early digital ones, and their sensors could fail. And even today's fancy smart meters, they're super accurate, but they depend on batteries and a power source, and those can get disrupted. So here's the crucial point. These devices are not designed to last forever. The average life expectancy is somewhere between 10 and 20 years. So if you know for a fact your meter is older than that, it should automatically be a suspect if you're having any issues. You've gathered your evidence, you've identified your suspects, now it's time to solve the case. And to do that, you've got to bring in the authorities. In this case, your water utility company. Now listen up, because this is probably the most important thing to remember. Do not try to fix this yourself. That meter is the property of the utility company, and it is their responsibility to deal with it. Your job was to be the detective, and now it's time to hand over your findings. And here is exactly how you do it. Get your evidence together, your past bills, any photos you took of the meter, the results of that leak test you did. Then call their customer service number and be really clear. You think your meter is faulty, and you want to schedule an official inspection and an accuracy test. So when the technician comes out, what are they actually going to do? Well, first, they'll do a physical inspection, just like you did. Then they'll run a performance test, where they compare the meter's reading to a specific amount of water they know they're running through it. And if you've got a smart meter, they'll check its battery and signal strength. And here's the best part. If all your detective work pays off and they find that the meter is faulty, the utility will replace it for you. And even better, they may go back and adjust your previous bills, crediting you for what you overpaid. How great is that? Case closed.
But, a really great detective doesn't just solve the current case, they figure out how to prevent future ones. This is all about getting ahead of the problem before it even starts. And the future of prevention is here, and it's all about smart technology. Modern smart meters are an absolute game changer. They can send you real-time alerts on your phone if they detect a leak. Some can even shut the water off automatically to prevent damage. You can literally track your water usage from an app. This tech changes you from a detective solving a mystery to a prevention expert who stops it from ever happening.
So we'll leave you with this final thought. That little device out there is working for you, nonstop 24/7, and taking just a few minutes every now and then to check on it could save you a massive headache and a whole lot of money down the road. So, when was the last time you took a look at yours?